Alright, yo, I'm here with the mixing video for you guys. I've gotten a lot of like DMs and comments and stuff asking how I mix my beats. So I thought I'd just make a video on it. It's super simple process. I've seen like a lot of people do similar processes and stuff, so I just thought I'd share mine, help you guys out. So all I got right now, I just got a little loop in. I just took the stems there. And then I just added like a hi-hat and a clap to it. So I'll just let you guys hear that, get a feel for it. So that's it. It's super simple, like little hi-hat pattern and clap. And so I'll just show you guys how I mix. So I like to start with my master here. I'll usually just add a parametric EQ to it, and I'll just turn up the band 7 to around like a 1 dB, around there. And then next I add the TR5 clipper. I just have a preset in it where I turn it up 6 dB on the gain, and then the output I just turn down 1.2 dB. I like this method better with it louder and then just mixing down. I don't know, it just works better with my ears, but everyone's different. If you don't have that plugin though, because it's like 50 bucks, you can also recreate it with Soft Clipper. Let me just find it here. There it is. And so like the threshold knob and the post knobs are the same, so you can just play with those and get it to a louder and then mix down like I do. Or Classic Clipper also goes on sale pretty often too, so you could always grab it then. And then so after that, I like going to the melody or like loop, and I'll just mix it in between 15 and 18 dB. I find it's like a pretty good range for the melody to sit in for the mix. So like right there is good. You can kind of see it. When it plays, you can kind of see it just sit in between there. So we'll start there. The next thing I usually do is on the mixer channel, I just add an EQ. This is a pretty important step. So I usually cut around 245 hertz. So just like that. And then this opens this space up for the 808 and the kick to be in. With some melodies though, like piano melodies especially, I'll EQ it more like this, just so you get some of the lower notes and stuff of the melody mixed in. So I would play with both, just find what sounds best for like the 808 and the melody. For this one, I'm just gonna cut it like this, 245. So we'll just do like that. And then now we can add the 808 to it. So to mix 808s, it's really important that you put cut itself on so that it's not overlapping. And then the next most important thing is make sure it's like following the root note. In most cases, like you can follow, like almost every case, you should just follow the root note. Sometimes it does sound pretty good, like moving it to different ones. Just do whatever sounds good to you though. I recommend when you're learning though, just follow the root note, because by having it play on the root notes, it doesn't interfere with kind of the other frequencies going on with the melody and stuff. But just play around, see what sounds good. And then so I'll just add these in. So these are just the root notes. Pretty much every time I just follow the root notes so I don't get roasted by people. It sometimes does sound fire when it's not on the root note, but in most cases, just keep it on the root note. And then so for the 808, you want to try and work in kind of this range. You don't really want it lower or higher, or else it sounds weird. So I'll just pitch this up and just copy this over. And then the next important thing, just turn your velocity up on your 808s to the max. This helps them just like hit like a little bit harder, and it just makes it sound a little bit better. So after that, you can kind of tell it's clipping super hard with the way I have my soft clipper set up, so I just turn it down next. Usually like 70 range is like good. I like to have it hit around 6 dB up here, so that's what I'll try and aim for, but just do whatever sounds good. So that's just like a super simple bounce with the 808s. So we'll just leave that for now. And then, so after that, with these longer 808s, kind of like the spin swans and stuff, I'll add usually a kick to it just to give like a more variety within like the beat and stuff. And it makes it hit like a little bit harder. And then, so after that, I just cut the kick too, because sometimes if they're close together, kind of like that one, they can clip over each other, but not as big as a deal as with the 808s. And then I do the same thing. I just solo the 808 this time and then mix the kick with it. So kind of around there. You don't want the kick to like overpower your 808. You just want it to punch through, but not be super, super loud and clipping. So now I'll just let you guys hear it now. So there we go, it sounds pretty good now. After this, I'll just move to like my perks and like open hats and stuff. So I'll just add like a little open hat. This part is just like all leveling, like most of this mixing is. It's just kind of using your ears, training your ears over time to figure out what sounds good and stuff to you. So I'll just add some perks and stuff. Yeah, and just don't be afraid to like play around with it, like try it lower and stuff. And it all also helps kind of like form your sound and stuff, like how you mix your stuff. So I'll just add like a little accent snare. On something like an accent snare, I'll usually turn it down. Because if we listen to it now, it'll be super loud. Like that, to me, that's like a little loud because it kind of takes away from like how the drums are going and stuff. So I'll just turn it down to like 80 here, just so it sits a little more in the background. It's more of an accent. There we go. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do. It's super simple. So just to go over it, like my master channel, I just have the little EQ, bring up the highs for like the hi-hats and the melody, just make it sound a little bit brighter. And then I just have the clipper on it with these settings, and you can do the same settings on soft clipper. And then after that, it's just leveling, which just takes practice, training like your ear and stuff for it. I just mix my melody. They're usually around 15 and like 18, kind of in that range, but don't follow like the numbers strictly, just do whatever sounds good for the beat and stuff. And then the only other hard mixing is kind of the 808 and kick. Sometimes they can be like kind of finicky together, like they can kind of clash a lot, so just make sure you're finding like good 808s and kicks to mix together, and then just leveling them, level like your perks and stuff and your claps and hi-hats. And that's pretty much it. Just keep practicing. If you guys want more videos like this, comment like some ideas. I'm down to do them.